So in this video, I'm going to describe to you what will be taught in Homecoming 3.0, the nuance of non-escalating pressure. This video will be a little bit dry, not so entertaining, but this is for people who are saying, okay, Lockie, the idea sounds great, but what are you going to teach and in what order? And so here I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to teach and in what order. You're looking at is Homecoming 3.0, the content release page or the course page itself on the emotionalhorsemanshipschool.com. So this is what the course will look like in its hosting environment online forever. This is a 13-week program, and Homecoming is usually one of the largest and most in-depth programs that I generally tend to offer. Homecoming 1 had over 60 hours of material, and Homecoming 2 had over 70 hours of material once all was said and done. A lot of the hours of that material included the Zoom coaching calls. So it wasn't 70 hours of theory or lectures or practical demonstrations. It was split between community coaching calls and Q&As and the actual material that I created for you to study. All of it's studyable. So before we even begin Homecoming 3, which starts on September 15th, 2025, and not before, I'm going to give you a sneaky preview so that we don't lose any time in the course dealing with any housekeeping or administrative issues. So there's going to be a welcome to the course video. I'm going to put this video that I'm creating now will be put here. Then there's going to be a video on community boundaries, group call times, something about your instructor, about myself, about the team that is behind us, and how myself and the team teaches. If you have done Homecoming before, the community boundaries will be familiar to you, and I don't put these up to harm anyone. I put these up to hold everyone and to keep everybody in the course in a sustainable fashion and enable me to deliver it to everyone. So it's just setting the ground rules and laying the scene for everybody. Nothing to worry about. But from September 15th, we're going to get going with the actual course. Week 1 is focusing on escalating pressure. Here in the course, I've delineated each week as it's going to be released. Week 1, week 2, week 3, and so forth. Underneath each week, I've put different subjects. As you can see, there's a name of a subject and no content available. There is no content available right now because I'm going to be releasing them on a week-by-week basis. So you won't see the content there until that week comes up. So if you're thinking that you're going to be able to get in immediately and study everything in advance, that's not how it works. You're going to have to wait for weekly releases, and they will release every Monday in the course. So each week has a subject that we're focusing on, and underneath the subject, there are different issues relating to that subject. Underneath these issues, I will put theory or practical demonstrations. There will be a consistent blend of theory and practical demonstrations each week of the course, and I will choose whether I do theory or practical based upon the issue that we're focusing on and how I can best deliver that issue to you. Some issues require practical demonstrations, some require theory. Most of them require both. But for example, I can't do a practical demonstration on the way neurons connect to each other because I'm not a neuroscientist and I don't have my horses under an electron microscope. So that would have to be a theory, but certain things about how to use your hands and different elements of dressage, that will all be practical. Week 1 is focusing on escalating pressure with the subjects of the history of escalating pressure in horsemanship, the emotional biomechanics of an escalated aid, the effect of escalation in horses, the effect of escalating pressure on people, why escalating pressure works and who it works for. Week 2 is focusing on non-escalating pressure. Before we go deeper into the course, it's my purview to make sure we're all speaking the same language and we have clearly defined the major things that we're here to learn about. With the subjects of the art of non-escalating pressure with an emotional horsemanship aids, which I call action inside dancing signals, AIDS, The care and support NEP horses need to thrive. I'm using NEP, non-escalating pressure, throughout the course to abbreviate this phrase. When and why is non-escalating pressure ineffective? Week 3 focuses on de-escalating horses, teaching horses how to say no, rehab and recovery techniques for escalated horses and training, the care escalated horses will need to thrive. Week 4 is focusing on your heart with the subjects of leaving your emotions at the gate, feeling your feelings, yourself as a non-overwhelming presence, and clearing out for the horse, intentions without expectations or projections. So week 4 is a little bit less scientific and a little bit more personal coaching and looking at us individually. Week 5, your hands. Constructing new ways to say yes with your horse, remaining effective, changing your ask, learning how to play and practice with pressure. Times 3 pressure categories for motivating horses. Biohacking 3 different natural reflexes, and I see my spelling mistake there, I will correct it. Training your hands for advanced feel and nuance. Week 6 focuses on your body. The co-regulation physics of PSI, or pounds per square inch, non-local pressures of the body, spatial geometry, times 3 strict rules for gentle use of space, taking up space with your body, increasing your energy and expressive potential, and movement work for the human. Week 7 is focusing on whips, arm extenders, and leverage by exploring the physics of PSI, or pounds per square inch, the laws of leverage and arm extenders, intention, energy, and quote-unquote the emotional tool, refinement with a minimum of tools, tool exploration, and anatomy. Week 8 explores effort, hard work, and higher energy with the subjects of what is energy, effort, and hard work to a horse, creating effort as a preference, safety, 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 flow state and results without overtraining, consolidating a horse through a fitness journey. Week 9 is looking at consolidating nuance in long-term partnerships with the subjects of how horses change the game over time, allowing seasons of life and aids to adapt, leadership for the 21st century, boundaries with non-escalating pressure, a big subject, and care contexts and extracurricular support for horse and human. Week 10 is focusing on dressage elements to try at home by focusing on amplifying refinement without escalating, reclaiming collection from misuse and abuse, abundance within correctness, percentages of postural ownership, and caring classical maneuvers, dictionary, and demo. Week 11, follow along flows with the subjects of why a flow is an alternative to behavior augmentation training, the science of flow state, navigating attachment to concrete outcomes, take your energy off the result, not the horse, process, process, process. Week 12, youngsters and seniors, teaching pressure from scratch to a colt, supporting a senior into softness, rehab and starting strategies, when to train and when not. And week 13 will be revision and summary, revisiting all of HC3 in summary, invitation to mentorships for ongoing support, and a soft closing and intention setting. For anyone who just stuck with me through that, I apologize if that sounds vague and amorphous. It's not my intention to be vague or misleading with this course. In fact, it is my intention to definitely not take your money if taking your money means you would enter the course and feel like I misrepresented it. I don't want you there if this course is not right for you. But if this course is right for you, I really want you there. So if any of that was vague, confusing, or misleading, you can get in touch with us at admin@emotionalhorsemanship.com please ask your questions and I'm really happy to clarify them for you. If you're confused, doesn't mean I'm confused, and I'm happy to help you get curious about that confusion and to bring it forwards into clarity. The reason why I can't go into any more depth about those subjects right now is because if I go into any more depth about those subjects, I'm going to have to start teaching them, and that's what I'm actually going to do on the course. But these are the subjects we're going to be delivering with a mixture of theory and practical demonstrations, plus live Q&As, live webinars. There's going to be a mixture of stuff that you get to self-study and stuff that I'm going to teach live. Anything I teach live will be recorded and published into the course for you to watch later if you couldn't make one of the live sessions. And a friendly reminder that the live sessions will be delivered twice per week. There will be live sessions on Wednesdays and on Fridays, depending upon your time zone, because I'm going to be delivering those in 4 different sittings to reach 6 different time zones. So the actual process for me to deliver the lives will be a 12-hour process where I start teaching at the beginning of a 12-hour period with 4 different meetings spaced apart over a 12-hour day. Long days for me, but homecoming is really homecoming. It's my favorite time of the year. I absolutely love teaching these courses, even though they are really challenging. My promise in homecoming is not just to complain about and analyze horsemanship problems, but to give you real solutions that you can implement at home. That's the role of homecoming. So I hope you're willing to join us. If you're able to join us, if you're not able to join us, let me know. We have financial aid available and payment plans. The sooner you get that organized, the easier it is for you to join us. If you have any questions, email us at admin@emotionalhorsemanship.com. And if you're already planning to join us, I'm looking forward to having you there.